Let's talk about Justin Gaethje, Michael Chandler, UFC 268. What a freaking war those two went at. Now, if you follow my prediction video, I did call all the fights. My predictions for UFC 268, I posted them Saturday afternoon. I went 5 for 5. That's insane. I don't gamble on the fights, but if I was doing a parlay, I did pretty good. I picked Justin Gaethje to win over Michael Chandler for a few reasons. I thought Gaethje would go in there a little more focused than Chandler. I think he's an amazing striker. I knew Chandler would want to probably stand toe-to-toe with him because he's on this mission to just go knock everybody out and just come out fast and hard and try to walk him down and try to just show him that he's some kind of epic force in this division, right? And Gaethje doesn't really have anything to prove because he's already number 2 contender. So Gaethje's already in line for the title shot. Chandler comes in, he gets that first win, he gets the second loss, now he's up there against Gaethje. He's got something to prove in the UFC. What he did prove is that his face can take a beating. Gaethje did not disappoint. We always go back and we say, oh, people who fought Justin Gaethje look like they got hit by a bus. It's almost like the same thing with Max Holloway. They throw an impressive number of strikes, they land an impressive number of strikes, and they do an impressive amount of damage. It's not even so much that either one of those two fighters hits with immense power to knock them out. What it does happen, though, is they hit you enough times to do exponential damage across the fight. And that's what we saw in the Michael Chandler fight. We saw Chandler just swinging for the freaking fences, man. I mean, he was just throwing these bombs, and he got some good shots in on Gaethje. But at the end of the fight, Gaethje looked absolutely phenomenal. He looked fine. And Chandler looked like he just gotten beat the brakes off of him. So what do we do from here? Well, obviously, Gaethje's going to face whoever the winner of Poirier and Oliveira is. And now, if we get a Dustin Poirier Justin Gaethje fight, that's going to be an epic slugfest because those dudes just like to pick each other apart. However, if we end up getting a Justin Gaethje Charles Oliveira fight, that's a different animal for Gaethje, and I don't know how that's going to go because I've seen Oliveira just, what he did at Ferguson was rough, a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and Oliveira just tore him apart on the ground. I will be very interested to see that fight happen. I don't think Oliveira is going to want to stand and fight Justin Gaethje toe-to-toe. I don't think there's a lot of people that do. I do think Dustin Poirier will want to stand and fight him toe-to-toe, but I do not see in any way Charles Oliveira want to do that. I honestly was surprised that we didn't see more takedown attempts by Chandler in that fight. Both of them being D1 wrestlers, I thought we would see more. The only time we see takedowns was really out of desperation. So it was a good fight, knockout brawl. Props to Chandler for holding up through all the rounds and taking that abuse, man, because he got absolutely smashed in that fight. There is no getting around that. Justin Gaethje, props to you, my man. As always, a pleasure to watch that fight. It was brutal, from start to finish. Exactly what we would see happening. I thought Chandler would come out and just try to knock him out with just powerful punches. And if he caught one, could have happened. But he just didn't catch him. He just didn't catch him with enough to really hurt him. And honestly, I think once you hit Gaethje probably once or twice, it just wakes him up. The dude's an animal in there, and a straight up animal. And it was nice to see the respect at the end of the fight. The selfie from the hospital with both of them in there. It's cool to see, man. Gaethje's a stand-up dude, and I'm really looking forward to see whoever he fights next. That fight was a war. At the end of the day, Gaethje still came out on top. I called it, and I look forward to calling the next one. And I'm also going to do more fight companions, so check that out. We're going to talk about some other fights and some other videos, but click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the other side. TMF out.